1800 hours Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Sumaira Kamal. First, the headlines. A meeting chaired by Prime Minister in Islamabad today decided to bring the entire sugar stock for sale in the market and start sugarcane crushing from the 15th of this month. Minister for Energy says this year sugarcane has recorded a bumper crop which will meet requirements of sugar in the country. Minister for Industries and Production has said digitization of Utility Stores Corporation will make easy provision of essential commodities to people under SR's program. Pakistan and the United Arab Emirates have signed a memorandum of understanding to promote clean energy and nature-based solutions. In Afghanistan, the World Health Organization and UNICEF have started a polio vaccination campaign to mitigate risk of cross-border transmission of virus. Iran has reiterated not to stop advancing its nuclear program until the United States lifts all sanctions imposed on Tehran. And now the news in detail. A meeting chaired by Prime Minister Imran Khan on price control in Islamabad today decided to bring entire sugar stock for sale in the market and start sugarcane crushing across the country from the 15th of this month. It also decided to strictly implement the crushing laws and initiate strict legal action against hoarding and profiteering. In his remarks on the occasion, the Prime Minister directed to implement at all costs the Sugar Factories Control Amendment Act 2021, Punjab Prevention of Hoarding Act 2020 and Punjab Registration of Godowns Act 2014 against sugar mafia and hoarders. Imran Khan categorically stated that profiteering and hoarding will not be tolerated under any circumstances. He said the provincial and district governments should be visible in the field for provision of relief to the masses. The meeting was also informed that adequate quantity of commodity is available in the market. However, the closure decisions of the Sindh's sugar mills led to increase in the price of sugar. Prime Minister Imran Khan has directed the authorities concerned to take all necessary measures to provide maximum relief to the common people by making market committees more effective at district and tehsil levels. Chairing a meeting on good governance in Islamabad today, he said sufficient control over supply chain, effective implementation of rates and strict checking against hoarding are being ensured for this purpose. Minister for Energy Hamad Azhar has said that sugar prices will come down in next couple of weeks. Addressing a news conference in Islamabad this afternoon, he said this year sugarcane has recorded a bumper crop which will meet requirements of sugar in the country. The Minister for Energy said that legal action will be taken if sugar mills in Punjab do not start the crushing well in time. He said around 100,000 tons of imported sugar has reached Pakistan, while another order of 30,000 tons of sugar will soon arrive in the country. He said the imported sugar will be sold at 90 rupees per kilogram through utility stores, mobile trucks and other means. Minister for Industries and Production Khusro Bakhtiar says the digitization program of Utility Stores Corporation will soon be completed. Chairing a meeting on automation of utility stores in Islamabad today, he said automation of utility stores will make easy provision of essential commodities to people under SR's program. The Minister for Industries said that the government will provide targeted subsidies at the utility stores for SR's program beneficiaries by linking their SR's cards or national identity cards with sale points. Managing Director of Utility Stores Corporation briefed the chair on digitization program. Advisor to the Prime Minister on Finance, Shaukat Tareen, has assured to fully support agriculture, small and medium enterprises and the IT sectors to take forward the country. Addressing Kamyab Jawan Convention at Convention Centre in Islamabad today, he said that raising tax to gross domestic product ratio to 20% can improve country's growth rate and provide employment opportunities to the youth. The advisor on finance announced that a fund will be established to provide finances to those associated with SMEs and the IT sectors. He said the government is taking important policy steps for the youth as the country cannot move forward without facilitating young population. Speaking on the occasion, Special Assistant on Usman Dar said 30 billion rupees have been disbursed to youth under Kamyab Jawan program. He further said remaining 70 billion rupees will be disbursed till 2023. Minister for Industries and Production Khusro Bakhtiar says the digitization program of Utility Stores Corporation will soon be completed. Chairing a meeting on automation of utility stores in Islamabad today, he said automation of utility stores will make easy provision of essential commodities to people under SR's program. The Minister for Industries said that the government will provide targeted subsidies at the utility stores for SR's program beneficiaries by linking their SR's cards or national identity cards with sale points. Managing Director of Utility Stores Corporation briefed the chair on digitalization program. He further informed the meeting that Utility Stores Corporation has completed automation of utility stores in Islamabad region, shifting 20% of total sales on automation, which would be inaugurated in next week. This is Radio Pakistan. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, the All-Party Hurriyat Conference has expressed grave concern over deteriorating health conditions and safety of incarcerated Hurriyat leaders and activists languishing in jails of Tihar, Agra, Jodhpur and Punjab in India and the territory. The All-Party Hurriyat Conference spokesperson in a statement in Srinagar said that the detainees are suffering from multiple ailments and has reduced to skeletons due to criminal apathy of the fascist jail authorities. The spokesperson warned India of dire consequences if any incarcerated Hurriyat leader was killed in custody like Zia Mustafa in Kutwahal. World Health Organization and the United Nations Children's Agency kicked off a polio vaccination campaign in Afghanistan to mitigate the risk of cross-border transmission of virus. The WHO and UNICEF in a statement welcomed the decision by the Taliban leadership supporting resumption of house-to-house polio vaccination across Afghanistan. The UN agency noted that only one case of wild polio virus reported in Afghanistan since start of the year, providing an extraordinary opportunity to eradicate polio. Afghan interim government has appointed 44 of its members to key roles including provisional governors and police chiefs. It is the first large-scale round of appointments announced since the cabinet was formed in September. Taliban released the list of its members' new roles including Qari Baryal to serve as governor of Kabul and Wali Jan Hamza as the city's police chief. Iran says it will not only stop advancing its nuclear program until it is confident that the US will lift all sanctions imposed on Tehran. Speaking at a weekly press conference in Tehran, Iranian Foreign Ministry spokesperson Saeed Khatibzadeh said the composition of Iran's negotiating team in the talks to remove sanctions against the Iranian nation was the same as before in terms of legal titles. Meanwhile, in a statement, the U.S. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan said that the U.S. would reciprocate if Iran returned to the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action. The United States has reopened borders for international travelers after nearly 2 years. Travelers can now show official proof of vaccination and a recent negative viral test can fly to United States anytime. In the ICC T20 Cricket World Cup, India will take on Namibia at Dubai at 7 p.m. today. The first semi-final will be played between England and New Zealand at Abu Dhabi on Wednesday, while the second semi-final will be played between Pakistan and Australia on Dubai on Thursday. And finally, the weather. Mainly cold and dry weather is expected in most parts of the country during the next 12 hours. To end the news, here are some of the headlines once again. A meeting chaired by Prime Minister in Islamabad today decided to bring the entire sugar stock for sale in the market and start sugarcane crushing from the 15th of this month. Minister for Energy says this year sugarcane has recorded a bumper crop which will meet requirements of sugar in the country. Minister for Industries and Production has said digitization of Utility Stores Corporation will make easy provision of essential commodities to people under SR's program. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analyses, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/radio Pakistan News Office.